welcome back to My Kitten Reads. I'm Eleanor and I'm going to give you a quick mid-year update as to my reading goals this year. So, I don't set too many goals, but I set an overall goal and I set trying to better my what you might call BIPOC authors, so authors, Indigenous authors, authors of colour, anyone who's not white essentially, and books about either queer stories or with decent queer characters in them. Reasonably significant queer characters, I guess. So that's just the 3 goals. I am also kind of trying to read what I own, but I haven't counted that up. I have been doing some of it, but it's dropped off a bit the last sort of couple of months when I've been doing Hugo reading and a lot of rereading. So I haven't bothered counting that yet, but the goals that I do have. So overall goal is 120 books for the year. I have read 57. This, according to my Goodreads tracker, is 8 books behind schedule. Not great, I know, but I am actually really close to finishing at least one, and good chunk of the way through at least 2 other ones that I'm literally actively reading right now. I do need to try and catch up a little. I've almost run out of shorter things to read because I've almost finished the 3 categories in the I've got 1 novella left for the Hugo Awards, and technically one, I think it's I can't remember if it's a novelette or a short story, but it's in an issue of Uncanny Magazine, and I'm just going to read the whole, because I've done this for a couple others, I'm going to read the whole issue of Uncanny Magazine because it's one of the ones I haven't read. I'm hoping the rereading that I'm doing this month, because my brain really can't cope with much new content right now because of work stuff. So I'm hoping that'll help me finish some books quite quickly. But we'll see how we go. Now, in terms of the other ones, my general game is to try and read more than I read the year before. So last year I read 20 books by BIPOC authors and I read 19 books by queer authors, which was slightly down on the year before. But I'm basing it off last year, so the aim is for at least 21 BIPOC and at least 20 queer books. And I'm not doing too badly. I have read 10 books by authors that are non-white, so BIPOC. So not quite halfway there, but halfway to last year's goal at least, which is good for the middle of the year. So I need to continue focusing on that in the coming 6 months. Doing even better on the queer front, I have read 16 out of the target 20. So that's going really well, and I've got at least 1 more that's a good chunk of the way through. So that's going really well. I'm really pleased. Helped along, I must admit, by the fact that I am reading hockey romance novels. Not a lot, like 1 or 2 every now and then, but it's definitely helped, so that's awesome. But yes, so that goal is going really well, and I'm on track for the BIPOC authors. I'm just a bit behind on overall, so I need to actually get some focused reading done. Maybe some more reading at the hockey, because I've been mostly stitching at the hockey. But I did just finish a project, finish the stitching design. There's some other stuff I need to do the project, but so maybe flip to reading at the hockey rather than and hopefully I've not been getting much exercise because I did get sick and my mental health's not been great. But this week I have actually managed to do a few walks on a walking pad. Mostly watching movies. I'm currently working my way through the official Disney princess movies, because there are some that I thought I had seen, but I'm not entirely sure I had, because when I actually sat down and watched them, bewildering scenes that I wasn't aware of. But yes, so But I'm hoping that if I can pick up my exercise, I can also pick up my reading. So yeah, I'm not too bad for a mid-year check-in. Little behind on total overall red, but otherwise pretty happy with my goals and where they are. All right, feel free to like and subscribe or comment on how your reading goals are going. And I will see you all again really soon. Bye.